ready.
today.
We are. I feel, well, I guess.
Oh no, it's 31 days in December. What am I thinking?
Well, I
You
mean,
know how sometimes you listen to podcasts and you're like, that's the dumb one. Like it's people talking and you're just like, yeah, that one just doesn't quite have it all together. I feel like I am filling that role.
only about,
I'm not dumb.
no,
I'm just
it
saying, I'm
is,
not.
it
I'm a
could
very
be
smart person.
halfway. It's halfway someplace in a different time zone.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Okay.
Thank you.
I feel like an old lady because I'm wearing my shawl, but it's chilly in here, and I'm like knitting, and like I don't know how to wear shawls, in a stylish manner. So I'm just putting it on. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't
Well,
care.
I have my grandpa sweater on, so together we are an old couple.
Yeah.
I have something to tell you about today because this came up.
She's gonna tell us a story. It's story time with
I
Anne.
am. Story time with me. This came up the other day on one of our episodes, and I was like, how did that start? So we were talking about the NORAD Santa tracker. And we were like, how did this get a start? When? Well, we were sort of like when, because I became aware of it when it was an internet thing. And that was when I was like sort of in college. And then someone pointed out, no, this has been happening since radio times, you know?
Right.
And so I found out. I went and looked into the story. And also, why do we have the government agency that tracks possible incursions to our country providing updates about Santa? Like how did this even start and why?
I mean, is Santa an interloper? I mean, what does NORAD actually stand for? It's something air defense.
So it's North American Aerospace Defense Command, aka NORAD, which does not spell NORAD if you take the initial of those things.
Yeah, that's why I got the confused face just happened.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Okay,
So, and it's a binational organization with the United States and Canada, charged with the missions of aerospace warning, aerospace control, and maritime warning for North America. So they're watching the skies and the seas for any sort of unauthorized vehicular situation.
Santa.
So they're not traffic control, but they are aware of traffic control so that they can be like, that's a 747, that's fine. That's some dude's little yacht, that's okay. But what's this blip over here? Like, we got to investigate that. And they're the ones who'll like scramble the fighter jets and things like that if there's anything that's questionable.
Thus.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Covered that. So that's a good question. And it wasn't at the time that this happened, that this got started. It was actually called, let me see if I can find, CONAD was what it was called. Continental Air Defense Command, which also does not spell CONAD. Doesn't spell it. I don't know. I don't feel so dumb anymore because these guys are coming up with initialisms that have nothing to do with the name of what it's called.
That my brain blipped to Conan the Barbarian and gonads.
Maybe that's what he calls them. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Okay. You might be onto something. Is there something you know about Conan that we don't, that you want to share with us today?
Not at all.
Little history maybe with Conan?
No, I have no history with Conan.
Okay, so most of what I'm about to share is actually from the NORAD site. They have a website talking about this. A little bit more color commentary I get to add because I found someone else who knew a little bit more about this story. This is sort of a summary. Okay. And he added a little color. And so I know, anyway, let's get into it. Okay. Story time with Anne. 24 hours a day.
and you lean forward with your
That's right.
okay. So
365 days a year. So, leap day, guys, that's the day to strike. I'm just saying. NORAD tracks everything that flies in and around North America in defense of our homelands. On December 24th, we have the very special mission of also tracking Santa. So NORAD has been tracking Santa since 1955 when a young child accidentally dialed the unlisted phone number of the Continental Air Defense Command, CONAD, Operation Center in Colorado Springs, Colorado, believing she was calling Santa Claus after seeing a promotion in the local newspaper. So what happened was someone posted a thing on Christmas Eve in the paper saying, call and talk to Santa. Here's the number. The number was misprinted and went to the CONAD watching all the planes and boats place
so
in
some
Colorado Springs.
unsuspecting air defense employee talked to a little child.
It was the commander on duty that night was from the Air Force. His name was Colonel Terri Laura, and he's the one who got the call and answered the call. And it was the little kid saying, "Can I talk to Santa, please?" And he was like, "What? Who is this? Let me talk to your parents," because obviously it's a little kid voice, right?
Yeah.
So the parents get on the phone and are like, "Look, this number was printed in the paper to call and talk to Santa Claus." And the guy was like, "Okay, let me talk to the kid again." So they put the kid on the phone and he basically says, "Look, I'm sorry.
No.
We are so busy right now. I'm sure you can understand how busy we are. We are trying to pack Santa's sleigh. He needs to get in the air. I'm just a little overwhelmed. I apologize, but I'm going to make sure, he can't come to the phone right now, but I'm going to make sure he gets off okay and everything's going to be fine. And thank you, goodbye." So he, at that point, scrambles because he realizes they're about to get a lot of phone calls.
Right.
So he calls extra staff in to man the phones on that night because this number's been printed in the paper. So they bring extra soldiers in to answer the phones and be same story, sorry, Santa can't come to the phone because we're getting ready to get him in the air. And then here's how the tracking thing starts though. This commander, whose name I forgot already, Colonel Terri Laura, he calls the radio station in Colorado Springs and he tells them who he was, where he works. And he says, "We've spotted an object traveling at a high rate of speed from the North Pole, headed this direction, and we're going to call back and give you updates." And that is how they started tracking Santa Claus. It was a misprint in the paper. They called the radio station and they got the one guy who probably had the right sort of frame of mind, to be like, "We're going to have fun with this tonight. It's Christmas Eve."
Yeah. Oh.
So in 1958, CONAD was changed to NORAD and they carried this practice forward. And they say it's done volunteer now. It's on a volunteer service. Like everything's provides not taxpayer money. It's done through volunteers. They've been doing this for more than 60 years. And so they have on the website now, there's a website where you can follow the tracking of Santa through the time zones. It's actually really cool. Like when my kids were little, we would log in, be in the Philippines. We were one of the first ones, that Santa would start on because we're so close to the international date line. So we would start watching. Really, it wasn't even Christmas in the US yet. We had Christmas basically the day before here. So they say that the website gets nearly 15 million unique visitors from 200 countries and territories around the world. And the volunteers get 130,000 calls from children during the time frame.
My word.
So if you are interested in, following and doing things, On Facebook and Twitter, it's both NORAD Santa. On
Okay.
Instagram, it's NORAD Tracks Santa
Okay.
_official. And they already have content there talking about like this practice and how many days until it's coming.
Okay.
And then, of course, the website itself is noradsanta.org. So if you want to, follow along with Santa, and we've had people say that, like on that thing, they say their kids are grown. They still track Santa for
You still
themselves.
do it?
It's a fun tradition. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fun little tradition to
Oh,
do.
funny.
So that's how that all got started in 1955. 1955, just a nice fella in the military who made the best of a misprint and started a tradition.
Who knew?
Who would have thought, right? I
Wow.
think that's fantastic. I
That
love that.
is really cool. Huh.
I
So
love
here,
that.
I have questions.
Okay.
Oh, of course. Does Santa always fly the same direction? Like you were talking about how the Philippines would be one of the first stops.
Right.
Well,
He would
does
have to, because you have to go from the international date line
well, I suppose.
around. You got to follow the time zones in order to maximize efficiency.
Okay, now that I think that through more, yes, I guess so.
Yep. So that's how that started. So anyway, so that's that, but I'm really curious about your stripe for yesterday, because I was sort of confused by the color. I wanna say
Okay, so you want to see.
it was hard to assess the color from the strand. And so I'm looking forward to seeing it knit so I
Okay,
can see the stripe.
okay, we'll open yours first, and then we'll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
one
gonna
mine?
make you wait another couple of minutes.
Okay, we're not there yet. We're not ready yet. Uh, I'm trying to think what this is.
It's day
I mean,
15.
it's day 15. It might just be heather, might be the intention, but I don't think that's how that grows. I'm gonna have to talk to my kid and find out. It's flowers
You know,
and they're bunched
ask
together and drying.
ask the sticker maker.
I'm gonna have to ask the sticker
Maybe
maker
it's
later.
drying lavender. You know how you hang up lavender to
Yeah, but that's not like a
a Shetland thing?
plant Shetland, so
Hmm.
I'm trying to think what it might be. They may have just found something Scotland themed and did it.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I did approve the designs of all of them first, so I probably asked at that point and was like, "Oh yeah, that's what it is." Wow, I like this color. It's called Kingfisher. Check this out. Oh,
Wow.
look at that
Wow.
blue.
That
It's
re
it's
that's
again,
oh,
it's a little bit more green
bluey,
in real life. It has more green to it in real life.
but it's a little more blue than the oh, yeah. Oh, nice. That's
There
lovely.
you go.
That's
This
lovely.
is a little more teal in real life.
Okay.
But yeah, together they're looking
Ooh,
amazing.
that's
I
amazing.
wonder, can't quite, it defies capture. It defies capture.
Make that so.
We can't make that so, but that's wow. These colors are so
Wow,
cool.
that is cool.
Okay, show me your stripe from yesterday. I want to see that color that was kind of hard to see before. I want to see
Yep.
it knitted up.
Day 14 knitted up. So 12 was purple, 13, 14. So it is kind of a brownish russet
Okay.
potato.
Nice. Okay.
Ah, I'm digging it.
I do like brown.
I like it.
I
I
know a lot of people are like, "Oh, brown," whatever. I like brown.
like brown.
I have a
Nothing.
lot of brown
There's
accenty kind of.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with a good neutral.
I think it's because it reminds me of chocolate.
Wait, yeah. How can you not love that?
How can you not love chocolate? Am I right?
Right. So it'll be interesting to see where we go from here. From
Yeah. Yeah, because I was expecting more purple, to be honest, and then we got, like, a brownie shade, so
I
that's
don't know.
interesting. So now, like, Okay, so what's today's color?
Okay, so then there's the neutral,
Okay.
and now we have more kind of a darker. w- Well, actually, no. Wait a minute here. Yeah, that was the neutral, and now we're. Hang on, I'm tangled. Tangled.
No,
Yeah, now we're going into kind of a more. It's still kind of.
another sort of
Yeah,
browny shades,
yeah,
different shade of brown.
yeah.
Interesting. Okay, okay.
Cool. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that comes
Like
out.
that. Yeah, looks good.
Okay. Well, we'll see where we go from there.
Okay.
Thanks for the NORAD story
Yeah.
time. That's neat.
Yeah, you're welcome. Isn't that interesting?
It
I
is.
know like not everyone who watches us is like celebrates Christmas, but I think it's like a cultural touchstone kind of
Yeah, and
thing. Like it's one of those things people talk about.
it's still kind of a neat thing where just some what I like about it, whether you do Santa or whether you don't, what I like about it is just that one random, like you said, a random newspaper
Yeah,
misprint becomes this
right.
and the goodwill of some guy to play along when he realizes there's been a mistake. And now here we are
Yeah,
60 some odd 70 years later, and they're still
it's
doing
crazy.
it.
I know. It's so
That's
crazy.
neat. That's
It's so
really kind of a
crazy.
neat thing, I think.
I
So
wonder if anyone I wonder if anyone like is a volunteer for or has volunteered for that or knows someone who's volunteered as part of that. I would love to see
I would love to hear from.
someone comment about that
Yeah.
if they
It
have.
would
I think
be
that would
what
be
I
cool.
mentioned to you also was I wonder if any of Colonel Harry Shoup, I wonder if any of his descendants have carried on
Yeah,
with that, have volunteered,
right.
you know,
Yeah, because he might have like grandkids, great grandkids at this point
that are
who could
doing it.
be involved with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be
They're
interesting.
Santa trackers.
Yeah, I'm a professional Santa tracker.
There you go. That's fantastic. Okay. Well, more tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. I'll see you in the morning.
Bye.